How are you today? How are you, lovers? How are you, lovers? How are you, lovers? Good to see you today. Isn't it beautiful when you and your partner are like that? All right? Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Look at that. When you and your partner is cleave to one another like this, leaving everything to cleave. That's beautiful. All right? How are you guys? I hope all is well with you. Welcome to a thought-provoking episode of choosing wisely the woman you want to marry. Listen carefully. Choosing a woman to marry is one of the greatest investments that a man can make. If you choose the wrong woman to marry, you will experience a lot of miseries in life that you never expected. How do you choose wisely? Today we are going to delve into a topic that is often overlooked in the pursuit of love and relationships. Why a man should not marry a woman based on the criteria of the world. When you look at TV, when you look at, when you're online, when you read books, I won't be surprised to learn the criteria that the world proposes to you and I to choose a marriage partner is wrong. Completely wrong. How do I know? I love cause and effect. You know, when you look at the number of relationships that do not work in our society, you can tell that the standards we use to choose may be wrong. May be wrong. The world will tell you to choose a woman because she's well educated. I value education. If not, I wouldn't be a doctor. I wouldn't spend time to go to school to get my AA degree, my bachelor degree, my master's, and then my doctorate. So I value education. But from my experience, education is not good enough to build a successful marriage. I know many educated people whose relationships did not survive. So if it was for their education, they will still be in a loving relationship. So today I'm going to focus on 3 criteria that they will give you to choose a woman, and I'm going to ask you why you should not follow the advice of the world. Let's begin with the first one: physical beauty. Physical beauty often plays a significant role in initial attraction. But why should a man not marry a woman solely, this word is very important, solely based on her physical appearance? Physical beauty is undoubtedly attractive, but it's important to remember that looks can be deceiving. Look can be deceiving. There is an industry out there spending a lot of money to drive the world to beauty. Many women spending thousands of dollars from head to toe to look attractive, changing their physiognomy, thinking that if they are like this, like that, then they will find a high value man. Listen carefully. Physical beauty is not good enough to find a high value man. You hear me? Physical beauty is not good enough to find a high value man. Marrying someone solely for their physical beauty can lead to, number 1, a shallow relationship. Number 2, short-lived relationship. A strong, lasting relationship is built on trust in God, who created the marriage. Shared values, love, respect, emotional connection, and commitment. Beauty as you know it will fade away with time. But those more profound aspects of a relationship are what truly matter in the long run. My wife is beautiful, but I can tell you, her beauty is not good enough for us to build our relationship. We have been happily married with all the moments of joys and sorrows for 22 years. I'm telling you, it's not the beauty that helps us to stay together. There is more into it. It's our trust in God, our love and respect for one another, our emotional connection and commitment to remain faithful to each other. Beauty will fade with time, but those more profound aspects of a relationship are what truly matter in the long run. Now let's talk about another aspect that people want you to use to choose a woman to marry: sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure is a crucial aspect of any intimate relationship. God wants us to enjoy sex. But is it a good enough reason to marry a woman or to marry someone? Sexual compatibility is essential, but should not be the sole basis for marriage. Marriages require more than just physical attraction and pleasure. Let me repeat this again over and over. A lasting relationship involves loving and respectful communication, trust, emotional connection, and commitment. Marrying for sexual pleasure alone can lead to dissatisfaction if other aspects of the relationship are neglected. We must focus on the entire package that is essential, not just one aspect of it. Let's move on to our last point. Let's discuss material possessions. Some people may be attracted to a partner's wealth or possessions. Why is this not a solid foundation for a successful marriage? Now think about how many people you know that we call celebrity, all right? They have plenty of money. They have the fame. They have the names. They are all over the world. Yet they cannot stay in a happy marriage. Although they have all their wealth, they have big houses, they have a lot of money. But they found out that material possessions is not a solid foundation for a successful marriage. Can we learn from these people? Do we need to be wealthy? Yeah, I value the wealth that God has blessed our family with, but I can guarantee you my wife and I are happy in a relationship not because of our wealth. The wealth contributes to our happiness, but our contentment, appreciate everything that we have, the moment of joys as well as the moment of sorrows, the wealth cannot help us do that. So, where do we go from here? Listen, marrying for material possessions can lead to two things. It transactional relationship. Yeah, it's a transaction. That's why we have a prenup. It's a transaction. Number two, insincere relationship. Can you imagine you are in a relationship with someone who is insincere? The heart of the person is not with you, but because you have the money, they are with you. A strong marriage is based on shared values, mutual respect, love for one another, sharing household responsibilities, and emotional connection, not on the assets one brings into the relationship. Material wealth can come and go, but a solid emotional and intellectual bond sustains a relationship through ups and downs. I'm an old-fashioned man. I do believe from a biblical perspective and from how I grew up, it is my responsibility to take care of my wife. So whatever the money, whatever the wealth my wife has, that's my wife's wealth. I am not going to tell my wife, 50-50. No, I am the man of the house. I provide for my family. She is my helper, but not my provider. God made me to become a husband to my wife and to provide for her. I am responsible to make sure that she has what she needs. I welcome her help, but I do not rely on my wife's help to become the primary provider. I know some relationships are in difficulty because the woman is the primary provider, and then the woman does not respect her husband as a result. Okay? Or the woman is more educated than the man, and then she uses her education as a reason why the relationship cannot work. But if you know that your husband is not as educated as you are, why did you choose him to be your husband to begin with? Then choose someone on the same level of education with you. You cannot choose that person and then when it comes to work together to make the marriage work, then that's when you realize, oh, he was not on my level of education. Okay, so it's very important to understand, as a man, you want to marry a woman, and when you're going to marry a woman, you're not going to marry that woman because of her wealth. You're going to marry that woman because I love the woman and I want to be her provider. Okay, I want to be her provider. She's going to leave her parents to cleave to me. It is my responsibility as the man to take care of my woman. Okay, so these are crucial topics we need to discuss. A man should not marry a woman based solely on physical beauty, sexual pleasure, and material possessions. While important, they are important, but these factors should be part of a more profound and meaningful connection. A successful and enduring relationship is built on trusting God, shared values, love, respect, emotional intimacy, trust, and a deep connection beyond the superficial. Focusing on the qualities that truly matter for a lasting and fulfilling relationship is essential. Making thoughtful and well-rounded decisions and hard matters can lead to a lifetime of happiness, contentment, and love. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on this insightful episode of Choosing Wisely the Woman You Want to Marry. Our discussion has provided valuable guidance to you, our viewers, on the importance of looking beyond the surface when considering choosing a woman to marry. Is this conversation helpful so far? Now the next subject gonna be what? Choosing wisely a man. Okay? Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights, right? To help you build and maintain loving relationships. Lovers, until next time, keep nurturing your love and connection with your partner. Okay? Man, I almost forget again. Remember to buy your book to help you see the best in you as well as in your partner. See you next time. Love you guys.